Have you ever heard of an event that the more you see it, the more real it feels? The story you're about to hear today isn't just an event. It's a mystery that has left the police, investigators, and even the truth itself speechless. Welcome to the suspense. Here, every word pushes open the door to the truth, and every silence hides unknown terror. And if you truly want to dive deep into these dark mysteries, then subscribe to the channel and stay with us. So, let's begin today's story. Sabine Richter never imagined that a simple invitation to an Egyptian wedding would turn her life upside down. At 52, the retired nurse from Dusseldorf had spent decades caring for others, putting her own dreams on hold. Following her divorce 2 years earlier, she finally felt free to explore the world on her own terms. "I finally get to live for myself," she told friends repeatedly. Filled with excitement and hope, after 25 years of marriage to Klaus, a frugal accountant who had dismissed travel as unnecessary, she was determined to make up for lost time. The divorce had been challenging but fair. She retained her home in Oberkassel and a significant portion of their retirement savings. The invitation came from Fatima, a 28-year-old Egyptian tour guide Sabine had met 3 months earlier in a Facebook group called German Women Traveling in Egypt. Fatima claimed to specialize in immersive cultural experiences for European visitors and presented herself as warm, cheerful, and professional. "My dear Sabine," she wrote in flawless German, "I would like to invite you to my cousin's wedding in Luxor. You will experience real Egyptian culture and be treated like family." Fatima had done her homework. She knew about Sabine's love for history, photography, and her recent emotional struggles. Their conversations quickly turned from travel tips to personal confidences. Fatima seemed genuinely interested in Sabine's life, constantly praising her resilience and independence. The final invitation included meticulous details: a flight paid by the family, a stay at a private home, and promises of an authentic experience that no hotel could provide. Sabine researched thoroughly, consulted travel forums, and even spoke to her doctor about vaccinations. Everything appeared legitimate. Friends were divided. Petra encouraged the adventure while Ingrid questioned how well Sabine really knew Fatima. But Sabine felt ready. "I'm 52, not 25. I can handle this," she insisted. Unbeknownst to Sabine, Fatima was not who she claimed to be. Her real identity was Nura Hassan, 31, part of a sophisticated network that preyed on European women, especially those vulnerable due to loneliness or recent life changes. The Facebook group was a trap, a recruitment tool for the criminal operation. 3 days before the trip, Fatima messaged Sabine about a last-minute change. The wedding would be in a smaller town called Esna. Sabine, already packed and excited, saw no problem. She even sent a photo of her passport to her son Thomas, writing, "Your mother is finally taking her dream trip." On March 15th, she arrived at Cairo airport expecting Fatima to meet her. When Fatima failed to appear, a young man introduced himself as Omar, allegedly Fatima's cousin. He seemed friendly and knowledgeable about Sabine's life, quickly putting her at ease. For hours, Omar played the perfect guide, showing her the sights while asking increasingly personal questions about her finances and family. At night, he left her alone in a small, barred room with 2 veiled women. Sabine tried calling Fatima, but there was no signal, and Omar had taken her passport. By the second day, inconsistencies mounted. The supposed family seemed distant, the town wasn't Esna, and Omar's demeanor had grown cold. Sabine realized she was trapped. The women weren't relatives, they were part of the network. She understood that she had walked into a human trafficking operation targeting European women. On the 4th day, Omar revealed the horrifying truth: Fatima never existed. He had created her persona to lure women. Sabine was the 70 German woman they had targeted that year. Omar explained that wealthy men paid for European companions, and she had been evaluated as the perfect candidate. Panic set in, but Sabine remained determined. She began observing, noting small details. On the 5th day, one of the women, Amira, secretly helped her. She provided a veil and indicated an escape route through a window with a loose section of bars. Despite fear and exhaustion, Sabine climbed out, navigating rooftops and alleys until she reached a main street. A police car appeared, and she ran toward the officers, shouting for help. Her timing was perfect. An international investigation was already underway. Her escape triggered one of the largest anti-trafficking operations in recent Egyptian history. Omar and other network members were arrested. Mahmoud, the man who had purchased Sabine, was captured in Alexandria with 2 other European women. Interpol and German authorities traced the network, revealing hundreds of victims over 5 years and millions in illicit profits. Sabine returned to Germany on March 25th, traumatized but alive. She began working with anti-trafficking organizations, educating others about online predation and travel safety. Her story reshaped international awareness of human trafficking, influencing social media safety measures and law enforcement protocols. Amira, the woman who helped Sabine escape, was granted asylum in Germany.
Sabine's courage demonstrated the power of
victims of trafficking. Loneliness makes us vulnerable, but real human connection can save lives, she said in lectures to thousands of women across Europe. Her nightmare became a life-saving lesson, proving that even in the darkest circumstances, survival and courage can prevail.